In the turbulent landscape of post-colonial South Asia, few figures shone as brightly and fell as tragically as Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Charismatic, cunning, and controversial, he was the man who redefined Pakistan's political identity, only to be executed by the very system he helped create. His name still echoes through Pakistan's streets, courtrooms, and ballot boxes, dividing opinion but never fading from history. Born on January 5, 1928, into a wealthy and powerful Sindhi landowning family, Bhutto was destined for influence. His father, Sir Shah Nawaz Bhutto, was a prominent politician, and Zulfikar was raised in an environment of privilege, luxury, and elite education. He studied at the University of California, Berkeley, and later at Oxford, absorbing Western political ideals, liberal thought, and socialist philosophy. Tall, eloquent, and charming, he had the confidence of a prince, but the mind of a revolutionary. Bhutto entered politics in the 1950s and quickly rose through the ranks. By the early 1960s, he had joined the cabinet of President Ayub Khan and became foreign minister, where he earned acclaim for his fierce diplomacy and boldness. But the alliance with Ayub soured over time, particularly after the 1965 Indo-Pakistani War, where Bhutto disagreed with the peace terms. Resigning in protest, he turned his back on the military establishment that had nurtured his early career. In 1967, he founded the Pakistan People's Party, PPP, with the slogan, "Islam is our faith, democracy is our policy, socialism is our economy, and all power to the people." It was electrifying. Bhutto's populist rhetoric resonated with the poor, the students, and the disenfranchised. He spoke their language, promised land reforms, education, healthcare, and the end of feudal exploitation. He was a feudal lord himself, yet he championed the oppressed. That paradox defined his rise. Then came 1971, the darkest chapter in Pakistan's history. The country, already divided between East and West Pakistan by geography and culture, spiraled into civil war after Bhutto and the military refused to recognize the electoral victory of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in East Pakistan. The brutal military crackdown in the east led to Indian intervention, and by the end of the year, East Pakistan broke away to form Bangladesh. It was a shattering loss. The military ruler, Yahya Khan, resigned in disgrace, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto emerged as Pakistan's new leader. As president, and later as prime minister under the 1973 constitution, Bhutto launched sweeping reforms. He nationalized key industries, initiated land redistribution, and pushed for education and health reforms. He introduced Pakistan's first truly democratic constitution and championed nuclear development, laying the foundation for Pakistan's future atomic capability. Internationally, he played host to the Islamic Summit in Lahore and pursued an independent foreign policy, resisting both American and Soviet pressures. But Bhutto's idealism slowly turned to authoritarianism. Paranoid about opposition, he cracked down on dissent. The National Awami Party was banned, journalists were jailed, and political rivals were silenced. His once revolutionary government began to mirror the repressive regimes he had once opposed. In 1977, amid growing unrest and accusations of election rigging, Bhutto was overthrown in a military coup led by General Zia-ul Haq. The general, whom Bhutto himself had promoted, arrested him and imposed martial law. What followed was one of the most controversial trials in South Asian history. Bhutto was accused of ordering the assassination of a political opponent. The trial was widely criticized as biased, with shaky evidence and intense political pressure. But in 1979, despite international pleas and local protests, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hanged. He was 51 years old. His death turned him into a martyr. His funeral was a muted affair, forced in secrecy. But the movement he ignited refused to die. His daughter, Benazir Bhutto, carried the torch, becoming the first female prime minister of a Muslim-majority country, though she too would meet a tragic end. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto remains one of the most polarizing figures in Pakistan's history. To some, he was a visionary who gave the poor a voice and Pakistan a backbone. To others, He was a manipulative populist who betrayed democracy for personal power. But what is undeniable is that he changed Pakistan forever. His charisma, his intellect, and his ambition shaped a generation. He dreamed of a modern, independent, and powerful Pakistan, and died at the hands of those who feared that dream. In the words of his own supporters, Bhutto did not die. He was martyred. And in the alleys of Larkana, in the courts of Islamabad, and in the chants of PPP rallies, his legacy lives on. The lion of Pakistan may have fallen, but his roar still haunts the corridors of power.